I'm going to be making a tapas plate tonight. We've been living here in Malaga, Spain for about 6 months, and we really like the food here. And there's a number of things that are different that you wouldn't typically see in the United States. It's just made out of the things that we had in the kitchen already. We had some things in the refrigerator and in the shelf, and I thought I'd put something together and show you what it's like here in Spain to have a little tapas night. We like to go out to eat on Fridays, but the kids are sick upstairs, and so we don't want to go anywhere. And we haven't shopped for a few days now, so we're just gonna throw together what we have. And I thought I'd show you first all of the different things that we have here that wouldn't be common in the United States, but are very common here. See if that's something that interests you, whether you want to move to Spain at some point or visit Spain, or if you're just curious. In Spain, the olives are very, very common here. We live in Malaga, which is in Andalusia. And Andalusia, they grow a lot of olives and a lot of almonds. So these are the olives that we found that we really like. They're commonly available in the grocery stores. Another thing about grocery stores is they do have a lot of the nice little small shops still around, which you probably wouldn't see in the U.S. The ones in the U.S. probably closed many years ago, but they still have that here. But they also have nice big supermarkets, and we do go to the Carrefour supermarket quite often. And I think that's where all this stuff is from. But these olives, we really like them because they're marinated. They're a marinated olive with garlic, red peppers, and some herbs. I think it's oregano. I'm not sure exactly the herb, but yeah. So we're having some olives, and then the other thing about Spain is fresh baked bread is very, very common. So we have these little mini baguettes here, and we're going to have some of those. You can get them fresh. They're baked fresh throughout the day. Oftentimes you go to the store and they're still warm, but these are frozen. We get some at the beginning of the week and then put them in the freezer and then just warm them up in the oven. But one thing about the bread culture here, it's different in that they really, really embrace fresh baked bread. You can get the bread with all the preservatives in it, that with a long shelf life. You can get that, but it doesn't have the prominence that it does in the United States. If you think in the U.S., the bread aisle, it's a very, very large aisle, and it's just full of all of these breads that I'll describe them as they have a lot of preservatives and they have a long shelf life. In Spain, it's the opposite. Typically in the grocery stores, they'll have a large section which will have just numerous types of bread that was baked that day, which we really like. I think that's a really nice aspect of Spain. And the other thing that we're going to have is some salami. Spain, they have a really, really strong and rich pork culture, as I call it. And I got a couple of salamis in the kitchen, and this one is you see it says Duroc on it. It's made with Duroc pork, and they call this a fouet here, if I'm not mistaken. And the white stuff on the outside is actually a mold, and the mold grows on the outside, and it helps to protect the sausage from bacteria. And then it also helps to reduce the rate at which the dehydration occurs. So it makes it so it's not quite as hard, but it's safe to eat. You see it commonly here on the salami. This package it has holes in it. You see that? That's how it comes. It's just a carrying package. It doesn't really have any sort of hygienic properties, I guess. But the other thing is, you see this, and it's on the shelf. It's not in the fridge. It's on the shelf. So they'll have all these different types of salamis just sitting out on the shelf at room temperature, which is a difference. And then this salami it was in the refrigerated section, but it's from Iberian pig. So it's the pig that's native to the Iberian Peninsula here. Spain and Portugal, and we've tasted both, like by ribs or pork chops or something like that, and you cook them. And the Iberian pig it's it's just better. It's really amazing. We really like it. All right, moving on now. This is a very, very common item in tapas bars. It's macarones that are marinated in vinegar, oil, and then garlic and parsley. And we really like them. If you've never had them before, perhaps if you're from a northern climate like me, you may have had herring before, pickled herring. It's in that family. It's different, but I would say it's similar enough to that to give you an idea of what they taste like if you've never had them before. And then, of course, you have to have some cheese. And they have a lot of different types of cheeses in Spain. I know in the U.S. We could get Manchego cheese, and that's available here. It's a Spanish cheese, and it's available here. But there's all kinds of different ones too, and I'm still learning about them. But this cheese is aged for 12 months, and it's reserved, so it means it's a higher quality. But it's a combination. It has cow milk, and then it has sheep milk. So it's a combination of the two of milk from the two animals. And we've had that one, and we really like it. And finally, we're going to have some sweet treats here. And this is I should have showed it before I opened it because it looked really nice in the package. It's a turrón and it has caramel on it. Now a turrón, it's like a nougat, so it has it's ground up almonds, egg yolk, sugar, and then on the top they have caramel on it. And we're going to be trying that too. And then finally we have one of these mantecados, and they are a very interesting a treat. They're kind of like shortbread. It is a shortbread, but it's different than the shortbread that I've had before. It's not like your Walkers. It tastes different than that. But this one is made with cocoa as well. So it's flour, sugar, and lard rather than butter. The Walker's Scottish style shortbread is made with butter. This one's made with lard, and it has a cocoa doble. So it's double the amount of cocoa. And I haven't eaten very many of them. It's a Christmas treat, so we had one in the cupboard there. So I thought we'd give that a shot also, and show you all what that's like.